Good morning. It is 7:30 in the morning here in Colorado. Like that matters, I'm not live, so it doesn't really matter. But wonderful summer morning. It's 55 degrees. I'm in Salida, Kansas, heading west for a scouting trip. Started driving about 5. I don't do that very often. I do it for big road trips, which this isn't that big. It's only 6 hours. And I do it for emergencies. There is no emergency. And I also do it for elk season and scouting, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm heading up to the Grand Mesa and the flat tops on the west end of, or the west side of Kansas. Tired. West side of Colorado. I did live in Kansas for 8 years, but anyways, west side of Colorado, looking for some elk, some bear, and whatever else I can find. Hopefully get some great pictures, get some good video, and have a good time in the process. If there's stuff cool along the way, I'll make sure I take some photos and get those on the video for you guys. But I'm looking to have a good time, and hopefully the forest fires don't smoke me out, because we've got 2 very big fires. One of them's 26 miles from where I'm going tomorrow. It's about 45 miles from where I'm going today. And the other one's about 70 miles, but they're massive. And we're also getting smoke from California fires. This is kind of how it works. So with that, I will leave you until I find something cool to video or take pictures of, or I just make it up to the Grand Mesa. And I'll see you then. Have a good one. So real quick update, not a big one, but we're driving 15 miles an hour on a major interstate. I don't want to say interstate. It's US Highway 50, but it's 2 lanes through the mountains. You can see kind of over there. This is brutal. We've already come up on a semi that was going too fast around a corner and flipped over into a ravine. Cops, fire department, state patrol, all that good stuff. Now we're just, we're going 20. This is good stuff. So I wish I could film and drive at the same time. This is truly God's country. This is beautiful, beautiful here. And I don't know if you can even really see. It's hard to see it because it's kind of focused on me. So I'll leave it at that. Join you guys. So I'm up at 11,000. Let's see here. 11,312 feet, and it's noisy as crap because everywhere you go in Colorado seems like it's a tourist trap. But other than the trucks, I mean, it's gorgeous up here. And then the Porta-John truck is super loud, and luckily I can't smell it. So Continental Divide. 11,312 feet, highest I'm going to get on this trip despite being in Colorado. So had to stop, take a breather, stretch my legs, do all the good stuff, and I'm super happy that the smoke is low in this area. I know that's kind of weird to say despite it looking like this, but it should be crystal clear out here. But it's not. It's not crystal clear. As you can see, trees are getting sparse at this elevation. They're a lot thicker down at the base. They don't get as tall, and they're more sparse on the hilltops. There's a cable ride up. It's not even open, but and then, hey, look, a Subaru in Colorado. Imagine that. I can't say much about that. That's what I'm driving right now. So, anyways, things you don't see every day. A helicopter on a tractor trailer. From the side and from the front, it kind of looks like Airwolf for all of you old guys out there. Hold on. Yeah. Just crazy things you don't see every day. So 6.5 hour drive later, crossing over the Continental Divide at 11,300 whatever feet it was, I'm finally in the National Forest where I'm going to be scouting. It's a little dense, as you can see out here. I know it looks bouncy, but it's not that bad. I'm hand holding the camera, obviously, so it makes it a little worse. And this Subaru is actually very capable. I've taken it on some pretty crazy adventures. So just to give you a heads up, or not a heads up, I guess I'm not really warning you or anything, but that's what I'm driving down. It's a little bright, but it's all right. Fire ban, so no open flames, which that's fine, no big deal. Oh, big rock. Not real worried about if I actually see elk. So scouting is kind of a unique thing. You're not always looking for actual elk, you're just looking for their sign to make sure they're in that area. And that's what I'll be doing, especially on my first part here. It's noon and it's hot. It's 80 degrees. There's no elk gonna be out right now. There's no deer gonna be out, no bears. But I can look for their sign around the watering holes and things like that. And so that's what I'll be looking for. I didn't get I didn't get any video of anything that was going on the trip up here. It was just, you know, pretty scenery and stuff, but it's really hard to capture that and really tell the story with the travel, you know, and it's only a 6.5 hour drive. It's not like I did some epic adventure, but an overturned semi, the helicopter, that's about it. And so with that, we're getting to an open spot up here, and I said we wouldn't see any. Oh, where'd she go? Where'd you go, girl? Oh, there you are. Hard to see her, but there's a deer right through there. Oh well, hard to see. She doesn't want to cooperate. It's funny, I just said you're not going to see any deer, but there's one right there. So anyways, we're coming up to an open spot. I'll stop and show you that real quick, and then I'm gonna get off here and focus on my driving because we're getting in some bigger rocks and I don't want to pop a tire. I don't have a full-size spare. It's a Subaru, what do you expect? So hold on one second and I will get turned so you can see this. Let me darken that up a little bit to natural colors. And the road gets nice. You can tell that it's hazy, but it's not as bad as it was in Colorado Springs. And so with that, I will leave you guys and find you later on the trail. Alright, so made it up to the trailhead, and I was hoping, because it showed a 2-track on the Google Maps and on X, that I could take the car up a little further, but looks like I'm in for a 5-mile bike ride at 10,500 feet. There's the 2-track, and the indication that I could not do that was vehicles closed to wheelbase greater than 50 feet width. So I can walk, I can ride a horse. Don't want to do that, don't have a horse. I got a bike, don't have a motorcycle, and don't have an ATV, so here we are. And so I'm going to do some of the ride. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it all. It goes somewhere over there, so I don't think that the terrain is all that bad. And generally it's not that bad when so many ATVs and stuff have gone around. But let me give you a look around my area today. Darken it up for you so you can actually see. Look back there. It is gorgeous back there. You can still tell it's really hazy, but again, like, I couldn't even see that far in Colorado Springs, so I'll take this. I haven't seen anybody or a car in about 45 minutes. So it was a good drive in. Pretty good rocky sections, but other than that, I'll catch you on the trail. So about a little more than halfway through to the first location. So minor malfunction, as you can see, I'm not riding a bike. With the temperature changes and the freaking altitude, my tires were, or my back tire was flat. Went to air it up, and the pump didn't work. And so now I'm hiking. And so I'm gonna stop for a second, I'm tired. So it just shows you one thing we did in the Army. PCCs and PCIs. Sorry, air's thin up here. Pre-combat checks, pre-combat inspections. Make sure all your stuff's ready. You know, I did this with on about a 24-hour notice. I was gonna do it next week, change it to this week, and then said, hey, I'm gonna take my bike, and I didn't check it. So carried it for nothing. Could have gotten that 1 extra mile per gallon without that extra weight, right? So I don't know if you can hear that hawk, but he's been circling me for like, there he goes. That's windy too. He's been circling me for like 20 minutes. He made a swoop at me earlier. I ain't very happy about that. So anyways, almost 11,000 feet. Lots of pretty country. I'm pretty high up. The mountains over there. Make sure I'm looking at it right. Over there was what's on the other side of where I parked my car. And like I said, I wanted to film earlier. I also want to get this more stable. I wanted to film earlier, but oh my gosh, the incline to get up here. Only a couple miles in, and I've already gained about 12 to 1,500 feet. I'd have to look again at the map. Not seeing any animals yet. Did find some wet spots so we can use for that they can use for water. I walked around it. There are some tracks going into it. So I've seen elk tracks, bovine, so cow tracks. Didn't want to say cow and you think it was cow elk, but bobcat tracks. There are lynx up here. Slight possibility that track could have been a lynx track. It was about the size of the palm of my hand, and so it's pretty good size, but it's probably bobcat. Bear tracks, not very many, but a little further down when I started, where it was steep, there were a lot of berries. So nothing too exciting. I mean, it's a snowmobile trail that, like I said, could be used with motorbikes, ATVs, bicycles, things like that, as long as your width is less than 80 inches, so no side-by-sides. So, but this has me thinking that, number one, altitude dehydrates you more than I remembered, and the very slight hint of smoke in the air is catching up to me. You can taste it. But I think I want to rent or see if somebody has an e-bike, like an electric mountain bike that I can use for hunting season. Because if I have to hike 5 miles in to this spot again, I can't imagine how bad it's going to be if I have to hike out meat. So I don't know if I want to do that. But today is fine. So it's been a long day. Started driving at 5, sorry. 6.5 hour drive. I'll end up walking about 12 miles on this route, maybe a tad bit more. And then I got to drive an hour to my overlook spot for the night, where I'm going to be glassing tonight into a big valley. It's actually an old landslide, you'll see that soon. And then I'm going to be glassing the next morning before I hike about 8 miles tomorrow. Yeah, and I'm not getting any younger. All those gray hairs, that's 1 per year. Yeah, almost. So, hey, I'm gonna hike. It's kind of boring. It's hot. Hot. It's 70 degrees, 75 degrees. The breeze, oh my gosh, it's amazing. But anyways, when that sun comes out, I had to turn my hat backwards because my solar panel tends to overheat. So I had to get that mesh up front and then use that bill to block the back. So with that, I'm gonna go hike. So join me later. Bye. Still walking, and I had to change a whole bunch of stuff on my camera just to get to where I was bright enough in these trees. This timber is pretty dark. There we go. I have my stabilization turned off. Now looking forward, and I see a great expanse to the other side of the valley, which tells me there's a pretty big decline coming up. With as much as I have to walk, I might just be scouting from the top up here. So if I have to do that, I think I might just glass for, oh my gosh, it's deep. So I don't know, I may not go down there. I don't know, I'm gonna go take a look real quick. You know, this camera's not very heavy until you have to hold it out. That's at arm's length, and this is like half. But, oh my gosh. You guys are in for a treat in about 30 seconds here. But what I have not been in a treat for is this dust. So, I'm gonna put it like this, it's moon dust. If you've been in the Army, it's like in TC. If you've been in the Marines, it's like 29 Palms. Sucks. My feet are covered, my legs are covered. Oh, I just went down my shoe. It's super, super like silty. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back here with an ATV when I hunt, or an e-bike. It is still crap. It's still a pretty good ways down there. Hold on. But man. How is that for a view? I'll get us a little closer. And I was really hoping there was water down there, and it looks like there's a great stream down there, which generally means animals. There we go, that's a little bit better. Don't like to do in video corrections like that, but it was super dark in those woods, and now it's really bright because it's like 3:45 in the afternoon, so it's still nice out. Sun's still high in the sky. Wow. A lot deeper than I expected it to be, because I did some rookie moves today and yesterday getting ready to come down here. So I'll go over those in a minute. And we get to this point around the trees here in front of me, maybe get out of the direct sunlight. Show you some more of this awesomeness. There we go. Whew. Great water source down there. You can see the water from here. You can really see it over here. Looks good. I would love nothing more than to get down there and put my feet in it. I don't know if I really want to climb down that tonight. So I got a 4 or 5 mile, I gotta check the map, 5 mile hike back to the car, hour drive, 1.5 to 2 miles to another lookout tonight, and that's where I'm gonna spend the night. Man, you know, this stuff never gets old. So where I'm going is directly up over those mountains here. You can see the haze from the smoke, but it's not so bad. So I want to go over a couple things while I'm taking a break, having a breather, whatever you want to call it. Rookie and pro moves when dealing with your gear, your selection, things like that. Pro move, I haven't touched these hiking sticks in over a year. I grabbed them. Knowing that I've got a bum ankle right now, I grabbed those knowing that that offers some stability, but they also offer support through your whole torso and your lower trunk into your hips. And so if you've got some distance to cover and you've got some weight on you, I would highly suggest grabbing, if you don't have any, grabbing some sticks. They're great. What other pro move did I make? I didn't make that many. Oh, the shirt that I'm wearing, it's a cheap shirt, but it's a moisture wicking shirt. Oh my gosh, this thing's been so nice today. And also I knew it was gonna be warm today, so I wore shorts instead of pants, obviously, because unless I'm wearing a kilt, I guess that's it, or naked, and it's too sunny to go naked. So that was a good move for me today, other than having super dirty legs. So, other than having super dirty legs, pro move, it's a lot cooler like this. I also had a boonie hat at the car. Oh, always glasses. I'm 46 years old and I got better than 20/20 vision past here because it's fading because my eyes are tired. But my dirty old Bergara hat with the mesh, good move there. Not wearing boots today, good move for me. I didn't need boots, no big deal. Brought my binoculars and my rangefinder. Could have left the rangefinder. It's another, I think it's 12 ounces, I don't know. But could have left that. That was extra weight. I did put my backpack on when I got out of the car to come down here. I was like, man, this thing's kind of heavy. Unnecessarily. So I took my gun out and my extra mag. If you don't end up needing your gun, I guess that was a pro move. If you needed your gun, total rookie move, but it saved me some weight. But back to the backpack, my ultimate rookie move for this trip was my backpack choice. Normally for outdoor stuff, I rock a Eberly stock F1 mainframe. It's a frame pack. It's got an L frame that goes around so you can haul your meat out and stuff, and it just sits on the shelf of the pack. And then I got a Spike Camp duffel that goes on it. And I took everything out of that and I put it in everything I was going to use, and put it in my F5 Switchblade. Great pack. It's got conceal pockets, it's got some cool stuff about it, but it doesn't have a waist belt. And not being in the ideal shape that I am normally in, and being in shape to be prepared to come out here and hike numerous miles a day, up and down terrain, things like that, my ankle's really done a work on that. Today's the longest hike I've done since last year. I'm tired, but I'm okay. My ankle's sore, but my hips and my back are sore because like my body knows how to carry a pack because I do it a lot, and I miss having that waist belt on. And I even replaced the smaller Eberly stock waist belt with an Exo Mountain waist belt. Yeah, waist belt. But this, without this having one, all the weight's on your shoulders, and you tend to tense up when that happens. And that was my worst rookie move of this trip. I don't think I'm gonna use this pack anymore for anything else except for maybe carrying my books and stuff. I may be going a different direction, but whatever. So, minor rookie move. So I use OnX maps, and I downloaded the satellite imagery, and I forgot to download the topographical maps. I'm really good at reading topographical maps. I would have known if I had double checked this, that this valley was really deep, and we wouldn't have had this problem. But whatever, we're here. I'm going to contemplate going down there, but I might just glass from here for a couple hours or an hour or two, and then start heading back before it gets dark so I can drive out of here in some light and get up to my next spot. So those were my rookie and pro moves so far on this trip. And instead of leaving you with this, I will leave you with this.